Friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Cece and I have some news for you guys. I am going on a no-buy, as you probably read in the title, but yeah, I've reached a point in my life where I realize that buying so much makeup is doing more harm than good. Financially, mentally, it's just too much. I actually started counting all my palettes last week, and I have over 300. Yeah, I have 300 palettes, only about half of which I've ever used, and I continue to buy more. That's not a good thing to do. You all know I collect some makeup, and I enjoy doing that. I'm not going to get rid of my collection, but I need to slow it down. I need to chill out and actually use some of the makeup I own and make sure I actually like the formulas. I've been working on this more this year. That's why I started this panning channel, so that I can, track my progress and actually get more use out of the items I have. But I keep buying more. I just keep buying more, and that defeats the whole purpose, right? Yeah, it does. So, I have set up some goals for myself. Now, this is a no buy, but I need a little push for myself in order to do this. I tried a low buy before and it did not work. I have some very strict rules set up that hopefully will make this work. First off, I will say that my Ipsy bags are not going to count against my low buy because I paid in advance for them. The Beauty Boost actually is not paid in advance, so I will either have to cancel that or those items will count against my no buy. But yeah, until my full year subscription runs out, those will not count against this project. Now, to incentivize myself, as I was saying, if I reach a certain number of points by using items up, then I can reward myself by buying an item. I have a few items I've put on my wish list that if I reach certain goals, I can purchase. You all know how much I love my Cult Beauty Advent Calendar, and I would say it warrants more points than the amount that I'm putting on it right now, but it's August and those usually come out in October. So if I can get to 50 points, I can purchase that advent calendar. If I don't hit my 50 points, I'm going to be devastated because that calendar means so much to me every year. Seriously. It's expensive, but it's definitely worth it. So if I do get enough points to purchase one of my bonus items, those will not count against my no buy because I have built up credit with myself in order to get them. I will go ahead and show you guys what's on my wish list currently. It's not a lot, but there are a couple Natasha Denona palettes out there. I really do want the new 5-pan palette that's coming out, the Starlit, and the Yucca palette, definitely up my alley. And a couple things from Tony Moly and other K-Beauty. So let's talk about my rules on this no buy. I have set up some pretty serious penalties for certain items if I do end up purchasing them during this time. And there is no end date in sight to this until I feel comfortable with where I'm at with my makeup collection. So this is not a temporary thing right now. Okay, so if I purchase a face mask or a set of eye patches, that's going to be -2 points on me. That is actually the lowest penalty on my list because those items are pretty easy to use up. But I shouldn't be buying any because I have a ton already. Any general skin, hair, or body products that I purchase during this time will be -5 points. Now, there are some categories where I am assessing higher points on myself if I bring them in. Essence, toner, serum, and eye cream. If I bring any of those in, knowing how much I already have waiting to be used, that's a 10-point fee. So I will be negative 10 points for any one of those items. And if I bring in a moisturizer or a cleanser, which I probably have 5 years worth of to get through each, that would be a negative 15-point assessment. The same rules are going to apply for makeup. For anything general in a category that, I'm not overwhelmed with, but I still have plenty of, I'm going to give myself a negative 5-point assessment. For mascara, it's going to be 10 points because I have plenty of mascara to get through, trust me. A mini eyeshadow palette will also be 10 points. And when I say a mini palette, I mean 3 to 6 pans, Natasha Denona size, e.l.f. bite size, those types of things. But a full-size palette is going to be negative 15 points. So yeah, these are some pretty harsh penalties I'm assessing on myself if I purchase any of these items outside of my Ipsy bags. How do I earn points, you ask? By using things up. Now, because one of my goals is simply to use the items in my collection, literally just use them once or twice, I am going to give myself a 1/10 of a point every time I use 10 unused items from my collection. One use on 10 items gets me a 1/10 of a point. Now you see why my penalties are a little severe? Yeah, because I'm going to build up points a lot slower. For foil packs, I will get a 1/10 of a point for each one I use up. So I've got one right here on my desk. This is a Perfect Repair Treatment Mask for hair. If I use this up, that is 0.1 or 1/10 of a point towards my balance. If the foil pack is actually makeup, because those take a little longer to use up, most foil packs are a one-use thing, but if you get a foil pack or a sample card that is a lipstick, it's going to take you a while to use up. So those will get me 1/2 point. Face masks or a set of eye patches also get me 1/2 point. So that might actually get me to start using my masks because, I've been pretty slow at that this year, or at least I've told you I've been slow at it this year, but trust me, I have. So those are 1/2 point. If I use a mini product, skin, hair, body, or makeup, that is 1 point towards my balance. A full-size product is 2 points, and hitting pan on any item is also 2 points. When I say a full-size product, that also includes eyeshadows. So if I have pan in, say, one eyeshadow in a palette, and I use that whole eyeshadow up, even though it's one pan in the palette, that would be 2 points. So it's going to take me a lot of work to get to 50 points before the Cult Beauty Advent Calendar comes out. Next year, if I'm still doing this, I would assess a much higher point balance in order to purchase that. Like maybe 100 points because you get a lot of stuff in that Advent Calendar. But for now, because I only have 2 months, this is what we're going to do. So wish me luck. I will say, I forgot to mention this, because I have realized how drastic the situation is with my eyeshadow palettes, having only used about 1/2 of them once or more, I am changing my rules on all of my other projects. I will not do any usage goals above 3 uses. And again, that's because I want to use everything. Eventually, I want to, use things up, but eyeshadows take forever. So I just want to use them. I want to make sure there's something I want to keep in my collection. And therefore, we're not going to focus on one palette anymore. Now, I am going to keep my Baby Pan That palette going because I love my Baby Pan That palette. You know that. And it's going to take me 7 years to get through it. But that's the only panning goal I still have. Everything else will be short-term usage goals. So wish me luck. Let me know what you think of this project. It was truly time. I have always at heart wanted to be a painter. I've wanted to work on what I actually own, but I've never been able to stop myself from purchasing. I am proud to say that I have not purchased any makeup in at least a week. And listen, guys, that is actually a huge accomplishment for me. 1 week is a huge accomplishment. So I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to work really hard on hitting these goals, and I will not start assessing my points until the end of August. So since I'm telling you this now, this project starts on August 1st, and at the end of August, I'll come back to you guys with my points, with everything that I've been able to accrue throughout the month. Fingers crossed, guys. Please wish me luck and please encourage me with this. I know I started out with my CC Straw Size Life being an unboxing channel, and I came over here to separate panning from that, but this is important. This is important to me and that other channel. I will do what I can with it, especially with the minis that I'm going to incorporate in. But we're making some changes, some lifestyle changes, and it's a good thing. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Please, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and leave me some comments down below. Again, any encouragement is very, very welcome and wanted. If you haven't yet, you can always subscribe to this channel. I'd love to have you guys around for this journey. I've never done a no-buy before, and my low buy did fail miserably. It did. So, wish me luck. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.